welcome back. And we are moving into our final conversation for today. And as you can see, our focus now is on art and how you can be an artist for a day, pretend to be an artist for a night. I'm not sure. We'll have Keon here tell us more about it. We have Malcolm and Keon Griffith with us. Malcolm is the coordinator of the Artist Paint Night at Mims Bistro, and the artist himself is Keon Griffith. Good morning and welcome.
Morning, guys. Thanks for having us on the show.
Yo, tell me you guys painted on those haircuts, man, for real. First of all, I've got to commend you guys are uniform. That is nice. That's the first thing to success. Always feel confident and look nice. Now, secondly, artists. So where did it come from, partner?
Basically, that's a passion. I grew up with it in the family because actually my dad is an artist.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And have you just been painting on the side as a hobby, drawing? Where'd you start to recognize that you had the talent too?
Basically, I recognized I had the talent early, but I didn't capitalize on it in terms of doing it for economic purposes, to make money. But I think the first day in my first actual visual arts class, the arts teacher showed me a couple of his works and tell me the money that he made from that. I was like, what? So basically, for then, that hit a spark. And I just decided to
get
do
into
it as a profession.
What kind of art do you normally do?
I do mostly portraiture and realism art, photorealism in all mediums, pencil, paint, pastels, charcoal, chalk, whatever. But photorealism.
And what's your favorite medium to use?
My favorite medium is paint because that's what sells more.
Yeah.
So I draw more attached to paint. But I started off drawing, so I can't forget the first love, that's drawing.
Yeah. So this right here, you drew this.
Yes, basically this is just an outline for the painting that I'm going to start.
Yeah.
So and then Malcolm, you just got back. We know that much. What role do you play in this?
Well, I'm the man behind the scenes, or in this case, the man behind the canvas.
Yeah.
Artist Paint Night started randomly last year when I sent him a text about 2 a.m. in the morning. I said, artist, I was studying for my final exam, and I said, artist, I am.
So your nickname is Artist, obviously.
Yeah.
And we need to get that clear.
So I'm like, why don't we have something like a paint club? I mean, both of us enjoy drinking wine and listening to jazz. We wanted something that encapsulates his persona, so we came up with Paint Night. But Paint Night, since Artist is the festive guy that he is, we wanted something that is more fun in atmosphere. And he said, you know what? I had that same idea. I'm like, okay then. Well, this is what separates the Marlenes and the John Palacios from the average guy on the street. Everyone is thinking like you. But the person, when you separate, is when you start to do it. So I'm the spark plug and he's the executor. I initiate and he executes.
So you're the idea generator.
He brings everything to life.
But this has become a very popular event in Belize. But I mean, internationally, I don't know where you were studying, but I'm sure wherever you were, this is, everybody wants to get together, have wine or any drink, and have an artist teach them how to paint.
Exactly, and also we wanted to bring about the brand.
As
a moment, with me, because you guys, you have to become your inner artist as well. So you have to have.
And it's well good.
Your artist t-shirt.
We'll stand there.
So as you can see,
thank you, man.
As you can see, I'm wearing the artist logo, the artist brand as well. But to be an artist is much more than just painting. To be an artist is whatever your vision is, once you're bringing it to life, once you're passionate about something, you are an artist. I'm a med student, I study medicine, and I'm passionate about my work ethic and improving lives and making health more on the forefront. Whereas you can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer, a mom or a dad, but as long as you aim to better yourself and being the best version of yourself at what you do, then you're an artist.
But you know what, Malcolm? While you pitch ideas and whatnot, you seem to be one of the biggest support for artists, right?
Of course.
Now,
of course.
we've always had artists in, and we talk to them about how it makes them feel while they're doing their job. But I want to know, Malcolm, how you feel to be the support, because without support, it doesn't go the way that we want to. What's that like for you, watching this guy doing his thing?
I mean, there's no better feeling.
cousins,
Exactly.
yeah.
There's no better feeling than seeing him bring his passion to life, and not only that, imparting it to others. I mean, the basis of life is taking your experiences and knowledge and sharing it with others, and that's the enjoyment that I get from it. And also, the way how he sees and put his perspectives on different everyday occurrences, being around him, that makes me see my work and my daily life as something that is different.
Obviously, Kian is the quiet guy. He just got straight to work.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
like, I ain't messing
He's
with
in his
y'all in this
element.
conversation. Let me just do my thing. But Kian, so we didn't get into the details of the artist paint night. So you decide that you want to pursue this idea, right? Have some great music, have some drinks, and paint.
Yeah.
You went to Mims.
Yeah.
To Michelle. I think everybody knows Michelle.
Yeah, we know
Yes.
Michelle.
And tell us about that.
Basically, Paint Night was a relatively new scenery in here in Belize, right? And Mims restaurant is a relatively new restaurant.
Yeah.
So when I got the call from the bistro asking me to host the Paint Night at Mims, I jumped on board quick because Mims is a family-oriented business.
Yeah.
The Paint Night, obviously, this is a family-oriented thing. So I thought it was the perfect fit, and we really have a great partnership at Mims.
Yeah.
They allowed me not only to have the Paint Night on the given day, but they also open their restaurant for private events,
Oh.
right? So basically, if you
So
want
people like me, that paint night happens when I'm working, right?
Yes.
I can do my private event with it.
yeah, sure, you can do a private event there, and that's what I love about the Mims, the relationship that we and Mims have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So how does it work? What do you just show up, and do you have to go
Yeah,
buy
what do
your
you have
art
to do?
supplies? How does this work?
Basically, you just show up with only your creativity. That's all you need. That's all you need. Everything is provided. Even a drink.
Oh,
Complimentary though.
so you pay one fee, right? Do you pay
Yes,
one fee?
There's a set fee of $40 per person, 70 per couple.
Yeah.
Okay.
And after that,
And you get your canvas,
you get
your
your
paint,
canvas, you get
And you
your
get to take it
Look.
home and
and you get your complimentary
You
drink.
get
and you get the can't forget that. I always stress that every paint night. I always stress that as you enter that patio, because it started from Artist Paint Night. That's my independent one that I held. And then when it went to Mims, it transitioned into painting on the patio.
Yeah.
So I always said, when you enter that patio, we become a family.
Yeah.
Right? And we're not just a family, we're a family of tipsy artists. Right? So I always stress that drinking is one of the expectations of the paint night.
And
You
drink
want-
responsibly.
you want
Drink
people-
responsibly.
You want people to release the inhibitions.
Yeah.
of-
I mean, to be honest, drinking and painting, it sparks another level of creativity.
Go together.
Okay.
Because you take down the nervousness. Basically,
Yeah.
it releases the nerves.
To like people who feel like they can't do it, then feel like they can.
Yeah.
And you know, and I like the fact that you said that, because it's not anybody that will want to paint in front of other people watching, because you're so afraid of what they might say.
Yeah.
So at this particular point, no, you're actually, Aaron, he was went good. I get exactly what you're saying. And I love the fact that you guys actually put this thing family oriented.
Yeah.
There's so many people out there right now, artists and Malcolm,
Yeah.
who are
But
so...
no, kids aren't allowed. We're not talking
Kids aren't
family
allowed.
events. Yeah.
We teenagers, I said like 15 and up, but
Okay.
obviously they're not drinking.
They're not drinking.
They're
Okay,
not
I just
drinking,
wanna
but
make
they're
sure.
It's
they're
for the
allowed to tag
cause.
along with their mom or their dad or
Yeah.
whoever.
It's for the cause, painting,
Yes,
Yeah.
it's sort of the paintings.
putting image to canvas.
Yeah.
Yes,
So, what has been the response?
it's nothing but love.
Yeah.
I want to thank each and every person that come out to our artist paint night. If you haven't tried it, it's something you definitely want to do, because after the paint night, people were so happy of they're so surprised of their outcome of their painting, what they did, because I give out a reference photo in terms of what we will be drawing for the night, painting for the night. People are like, I'm not sure if I could do this. But I go through it step by step. Coming from outline, we start off with, if I'm drawing a bird, start off with shapes. Just simple circle, triangle, just to develop a bird. Then you do the outline of the bird, then you start to paint the background.
Yeah.
Then you start to fill in your bird. Every step, I go along.
So
with
you give them outlines like this already?
No.
So they do
Yeah,
it for
do
themselves?
all of
Because we're seeing photos of the final products, and I don't know. I mean,
Yes,
I don't talk about any of my friends, now, but I'm surprised that they can pull that off. So it means that once you teach the proper technique,
Yeah.
Yes, that's all because people do not know how to compose a painting, and that's the biggest problem when painting. Simply, lack of knowledge is a really bad thing in terms of whatever you're doing. If you do not have the knowledge of doing something, you can't do it.
You're right.
So basically, that's why I'm there. I'm there basically to pull out that inner artist out of each and because it is in you.
Yeah.
It is in you. It's not like I always say. My favorite quote is not. It's not an artist. Not only paint. Sorry, it's say someone know how to paint something good, but as long as you're painting from passion,
That's
yeah,
right.
right?
Yeah.
So basically, once you got that passion for painting, whatever you're painting, all that you need to do is continue, follow it up.
Let me share something here, because let's face the fact. Painting is actually to a certain extent therapeutic. You're actually gone.
Yeah.
You're seeing something else. You have vision, then you forget everything else. So that's a very good way to put things. And I think it's easier to get hooked to this.
Yes, it's because we start from 7 to 10. To 10 o'clock come, we always choose an artist of the night. It's not a competition, but at the end of the night, we choose the best painting.
Yeah.
And Mims Bistro award them with a little shot, because that's our thing
Yeah.
there. We encourage the drinking. We encourage the drinking. So we award them with a little shot at the end of the night, or a job well done. Right? So, but even after that, when we start to take down the chairs and what's not, people still try putting a little finishing touch in.
yeah.
They can't get enough. They can't get enough of it. They can't get, so it's
thing is
very,
nice.
it's very,
Nice.
it's very therapeutic. Sorry,
Yeah.
Therapeutic.
Yeah,
it's,
therapeutic.
Good at therapeutic.
So Malcolm, it's now a signature event
Yeah.
that you're doing in partnership with Mims. Is it every week? When can people
It's
participate in the next one?
it's every other week, in which the next one is August 1st.
It's always Wednesdays.
It's always Wednesdays.
Uh-huh.
And all you need to do is contact artists or Mims Bistro and reserve your spot. And reserve early, because the spots are
They fill up fast.
they are.
Yeah,
they're
So we're
and-
done for
and-
August?
no,
August
no,
1st?
they're still.
I think we still got a couple space open for August 1st, but I always like when Monday comes, the Monday before the Wednesday, I always feel bad, because that's the time when people wait till the last minute for hurry try to get space, and I always feel bad when I turn down people and be like, oh, sorry,
Because
but
people are booking from after the last one finished.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
actually people book. That's for the night. Like last time, people booked the same night
Yeah.
as we finished, because it's something very, very fun.
So let me ask you a question. People always think that things like this are all for girls. What kind of people you find coming out? Is it the single? Is it the girls' night out? Is it the
To be honest,
single people meet up? Is it couples, older, younger? Who are we seeing?
it's all range. We had that Takaway.
Uh-huh.
We had that Takaway went to paint. But what I've noticed, the trend is mostly females. It's
Yeah.
mostly females. I think males just have a different interpretation of the event.
Yeah.
right? Actually, the last show is where I had the most meals. I think it's like what 6? It's what like about 6. But 6 or 6 meals was at the last, and that's the most I had for.
Did their wives and girlfriends bring them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come in, girlfriend.
Yeah. But it's a great thing to do as a couple too.
Definitely.
That's a fun. There's very limited things you can do.
It is.
Yeah.
We celebrated our anniversary at the update night. Basically, a couple came out to celebrate the anniversary. We celebrate birthdays.
Yeah.
Right. So this is
We have a paint night anniversary.
How
night.
many people do you accommodate for one paint night?
We host 21 people. We can't push it to 22, but we try to stay at 21.
Okay.
We try to stay at 21 because we want to keep it small enough, and because somewhat of a exclusive kind of thing, right? Because I do have a goal to reach 50 people, right? But I don't want to have it 50 people every Wednesday. I do want to see my goal of mine grow to 50 people. Probably for some special event, probably must be like anniversary.
September's around the corner.
But with 20, 21 people, they can still get your one-on-one attention, and that's what's important.
And the quality control is there.
Yeah.
Yes.
This
Excellent.
is so great. All right. So the next painting on the patio, which is an artist paint night event, takes place at Mims Bistro on Albert Street on August 1st. And then it's every other Wednesday after that. And we've heard it. You need to reserve your spot early. There's no last minute call and say, squeeze me in, artist, squeeze me in. Right, John?
We the family.
To reserve your space, you can call the Mims Bistro. You can pay there, or you can contact me via Facebook, Keno Griffith. Basically, or Instagram, my number, email. But I think it's best to just to contact Mims.
Yeah.
Contact Mims, and because you can pay with your credit card.
Yeah.
Debit card,
So you
whatever.
pay to reserve your spot.
Yes,
That's the easiest way. Yeah.
Sorry, I want to address that. You have to pay to reserve your space because one spell we had at least up to 40 people reserve, but that's not paid reserve. That is like I call it a temporary reservation. Like closer to the week, to the date, then people start to bring in their.
And that's how you get your spot. But if you miss it on August 1st because it's already full, you have a chance to be able to get it to join in the other week as well.
If you're someone that like to go against the odds, you can have your own. You can have your own.
Who do we contact if you want to do it privately?
The contact, you can contact Mims Bistro. Mims Bistro, and then you tell them basically how much people you want. They contact me in order to check my availability, but I'm always available. Once I paint night, I drop everything for the.
You like teaching painting, don't you?
I love teaching art. I taught art at Anglican Cathedral College for a year, so it's a career goal of mine.
Okay.
You know? I do have a couple individual students that go to my studio for private classes. Yeah, so teaching is something.
Do you like teaching adults?
Yes, because they grasp the concept faster than kids. You have got a little more patience with kids, which that is fine. That is fine. But adults, it's more easier because if I say blend the two colors where the two colors meet, you are automatically.
You shackle my mind with it just now.
But all right, but see, whenever I'm teaching, I'm always doing a demonstration too.
Okay.
So I just not tell her to do it because I'm a visual learner. I need to see it done. In order,
to get it,
So that's my concept of teaching. I always produce a painting when I'm teaching.
All right, perfect.
So Malcolm, of course, as coordinator, tell us about what people need to do to get in touch with Keon. Are you the man behind the scenes coordinating this too?
You can contact me. I can be your medium to Keon, or you can contact him directly on Facebook. That's where he's posting all his paintings. But Keon, you can reach him. He's always available. He's always open to imparting his knowledge about painting and artistry.
Awesome. All right.
Well, for me, it's actually a blessing watching him doing his thing while we have a good conversation.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
you go, painting and conversation,
Yeah.
perfect.
Can't go wrong.
So thank you so much for coming in. This is
you,
such
thank
a
you
great
for
initiative.
Thank you for having us. I want you to wear that artist shirt. Very proud.
I will.
Artist.
I will.
Right?
We got it. We got it.
Remember now, it's always shining.
Yeah.
It's always shining. Right. Remember now, it's not artist. It's not artist in terms of painting. It's whatever you are passionate about.
Yeah.
Right. The A stands for basically for grade A.
Yeah.
Right.
In
The
whatever
highest. The
you
highest
do.
level.
Yeah,
The
really.
highest level.
There you go, bro.
Right. I think I should have put an A+ on that shirt. Then.
That will be version 2. But thank you.
Next level.
All right.
Thank you,
All right,
gentlemen,
buddy.
for coming in. Great initiative,
Thank
and we
you.
really hope that people reach out to have their own experience with it as well.
Thanks for having me.
Right. We're going to go ahead and take a final break, and when we come back, we'll have our wrap up, so stay tuned.